Good morning. We're going to take this video vlog style. Man, listen, today's a pretty cool day for technology. If you're like me, you purchased a C9 OLED from LG in 2019. It was bleeding edge stuff. I had OLEDs prior, but this was the one that really turned the tide from a gaming perspective, in my opinion. As a person who used to competitively play fighting games, I was able to really appreciate what LG had brought to the market. They had a TV that really had input latency so low that I felt like I could compete. I could play fighting games. I felt people could play shooting games. It was the first TV to really, on a widespread, implement the HDMI 2.1, even though it had came out a year before your PlayStation 5, a year before your Xbox Series X. It was the first to really put you in a position where you had something that was future-proof if you could. And so today the TV has a new update that furthers on that. Again, when we think of future-proofing, we invest in these TVs, 65-inch premium OLED, you're going to spend anywhere from $2,500 on up. It just really depends on where it goes. And so when you spend that kind of money, your desire, your hope is that going forward, your TV will have some functionality upgrades, some quality of life upgrades that will put you in a position where you can continue to enjoy it after there's new models. Because there's nothing more discouraging than you buying a TV when it comes out, it's bleeding edge, and then a freaking year later, there's more bleeding edge stuff that comes out and it makes you just feel like your purchase was insignificant. Well, that's not the case right here. So let's get into some talking points as to what LG has rolled out for us C9 2019 OLED owners. All right, so let's just start with my setup. Right here, we've got the 65-inch 2019 LG C9 OLED. I did do a review on this TV not too long ago. I just thought it would be cool to talk about some value in an older TV, and this kind of furthers my point to that video. So if you haven't checked it out, go ahead and check it out, click that link, and then come back to this one. But my setup, I pretty much got a floating mounted TV with the Xbox Series X. This is used for two of my sons. I bought this second Xbox Series X over this previous Christmas for them to be able to enjoy. So again, one of the cool things about owning a TV in 2019 that now supports full functionality. As you see with the general 4K TV details option on the Xbox Series X, the TV supports 4K at 60, 4K 120, playing games. You got Dolby Vision up to 60 hertz. You've got HDMI, HDR10 support, native 4K 120 for any games that are gonna take advantage of doing that. Ori is one game. There's a lot of titles that you can do that on, and as well as a whole bunch of different array of movie functionalities, 24 hertz, 50 hertz, 60 hertz, etc. So it's gonna be really good. Like I said, this video really just talking about some of the upgrades that the TV has. Now we're going to get into talking about now the issue that I was personally having, and I think everybody else that has this TV will resonate with me. The VRR feature on this TV had some strange things happening. Number one, there were some flickering issues. Number two, there was just some really crazy black areas, and so now we're going to talk about that. So this software version is dubbed 05.25.07, okay? I don't have my TV set on automatic updates, but whenever I do read about some new stuff coming out down the pipeline, I go ahead and try to update it. Now, just a quick glance, some of the things that this is gonna offer. Fine-tune dark areas is a feature that the C1, which is 2021, and the CX, which is 2020, do have. So they've essentially put the C9, which is the 2019 model, into play also to have this feature set. Some of the other things that they've added also, real cool feature here. The new firmware also lets you hide the no signal box. That was so annoying with this TV. Let me show you what that looked like. This is the infamous no signal box. So if you had like wallpaper or anything like that and you had no signal, you've essentially got this watermark that, although it's animated and it's very WebOS like, It's just annoying, and I don't see the point of it. Sometimes maybe you just don't want this on the TV. Maybe you just want the TV to be in a full crushed black state. Or if you do have the wallpaper, you don't want to look at this. You want to look at the provided art, if you will, and this interrupts that. All right, so first things first, when you go to general settings, and you go to additional settings, this is where you can toggle the no signal image option, right? So you're either gonna have black screen, or you can turn it on and you can essentially give yourself a wallpaper, a static wallpaper that looks more like art. TV does have a thin bezel. They've made them a little thinner since this, but you are still gonna have the no signal issue. But now if you hit the red button, this guy right here out of the 4, it takes it off. So now it's a nice added feature where you can leave this TV on and now it's just literally like artwork. I don't know how good this is looking in here, but yeah, so pretty clean there. Just aesthetically looks nice. Like I can leave this on if I want to. I've got a warranty on this thing for 3 years still. So, I mean, kind of is what it is. Just looks like artwork now. So, but now I don't have this crazy repeating static image telling me that I have no signal. Like that completely interrupted that. And although it took them years to get that removed for us, but it's here now. So happy about that. Another part of the update is going to be proprietary depending on which region you're in. It does now allow you to use Google Assistant or LG's own specific ThinQ voice assistant that I'm not going to cover. I have not seen any options for me to activate Google Assistant. I prefer the Alexa based application also. Anyway, that's what I use and I have set up on my 2021 C1, but that is another feature. So now I want to dive into some of the variable refresh rate features and the black level changes. All right, and so now the fine-tuned dark areas. So you're going to find this in additional picture settings. And so right now, just utilizing Halo as an option. What this setting does is allows the TV to pretty much go in and add some brightness or darkness to the black areas, right? And so just using his beard as an example, as I'm going all the way negative, you can see his beard is more blacked out, as well as that panel back there. I mean, just like those dark areas, the TV this is a really, really welcome feature in my opinion. So I'm gonna positive this. You can see it's starting to lighten his beard up, right? So it's just really nice, man. It's a nice feature for you to be able to just go in and fine tune the black points of the screen that just get messed up and don't look organic. This default's at a 0. And so you're able to just kind of go in and mess around with that. So I think this is a welcome feature. Now, I'm happy for this. It costs nothing extra. This is what I believe you should expect. If you buy a TV like this, the manufacturer should support it for as long as they can. But what happened to the game mode, right? The game mode that the C1 has, I mean, how hard it would have been to bring that to light, I'm not sure. But it would have been really welcome to have that game optimizer mode for you to have a refresh rate counter. Even though I've covered this in previous videos, the frame rate counter, is not really accurate for consoles, but this TV does cater to PCs. It catered to PCs before it did next gen consoles. This TV is the first to be NVIDIA G-Sync certified. So the game mode would have been a welcome add to the update here. I am grateful though that they put this out and interested in knowing what you guys think if you do have this TV. I think this speaks great things for CX and C1 OLEDs. This kind of lets you know that, you know, as the C2 is getting ready to be produced and the G2, you people that are looking to get C1s, fear none. Know that your TV should be supported for at least a couple of years, and if the updates are within reason, then they're gonna come. Now, another thing, this has like some flickering issues. There's like, with this update, kind of like a temporary fix. The article that I was just kind of referring to, it does speak about there being some parties involved that are looking to make more of a permanent fix, but that permanent fix is probably only going to come to like the C1. So again, C1 is going to be a great value for you guys rolling into passing on the C2. I do plan on buying a C2, probably not going to go with a large screen. I'm probably going to go with the new 42-inch, which I'm interested in, and I will be making some content in the future about my thoughts on what was announced and shown at CES 2022. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, if you have any comments, any anything to add, anything I might have missed, this update once again covers the black levels in the VRR, covers the no signal static, and it also covers the Google Assist. So yeah, pretty nice quality of life upgrades. Until next time, signing out. Just such a legit feature. It's the smaller things that just make you appreciate what you got. All right, I'm gonna end this video, but man, I turned the Xbox off and I was just happy about this. The smaller things, really it is. All right, team. See you guys next time. Max love.